Be confident, be bold, be authentic, but don't forget to take action. This is Ordinary to Badass, where our stories empower women to step into the spotlight of their own lives and pursue what they're truly passionate about. It's time to step into the arena and become more than just extraordinary. It's time to become a badass with your host, Marie Sonneman.
Welcome to Ordinary to Badass, episode number 300. In this episode, you're going to hear from Dr. Annette Copeland, or actually you're going to hear 3 reasons why Dr. Annette is so badass. And last episode, we heard from Dr. Annette, and she is a naturopath and also an author of Dragonfly Into the Light. And she had her own experience of self-neglect and overcoming toxic patterns and overcoming the self-neglect as well. And so we talked about all that stuff in the last episode. Definitely go back, listen to it again if you missed it. It was so good. There were so many takeaways, and I definitely had my pen out listening to it. I definitely had my pen out taking notes as I was listening to it. So 300, episode stinking 300. Thank you. I'm so excited to have you here. This is distracting me with the light reflection, so I'm going to take it off. I have sunglasses on because it is a beautiful day in Washington State, and it's like 65 degrees. Blows my mind. So yeah, episode number 300. So celebrate with me because I am so excited. I want to know who has been with me from the beginning. Like, reach out, let me know, tell me your favorite episode. This is a big stinking deal. 300 episodes. And I don't care if you're there with me from day one or you're here now. I'm excited to have you here with me. So exciting. Yeah, blows my mind. It just goes to show you can do anything. You might not even think something's possible. It could just be like a little whisper in your ear or a little fleeting thought that you have. And then you end up giving it a shot. And then 300 episodes later, you're doing it, right? And it's just an old hat, or it's just something that you're used to, something that you've done. So don't underestimate the power of just taking a step. Take one step. Do it scared. Do it anyway. Just get a little bit out of your comfort zone and just keep moving forward. You're a badass. You can do the things that you set your mind to. Even if you don't believe it, just take the little steps towards the direction that you want. You would be amazed. All right, let's get to 3 reasons why Dr. Annette is so badass. So first, she's a badass because she didn't accept the reality that was handed to her. Second is because of the coat that she refused to wear. And the third reason she's so badass is because she changed stop, drop, and roll. All right, let's get to it. So the first reason Dr. Annette is so badass is because she didn't accept the reality that was handed to her. Dr. Annette, she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at 30 years old. 30 years old, that's pretty young, right? And she didn't like the diagnosis. So she took the medicine that she was told to take, and she did this for 5 years. 5 years. Which, by the way, I'm tempted to make an episode like of all of the people who have went against doctors' wishes and how it's turned out, because it's kind of amazing. Doctors are amazing, don't get me wrong, but your gut, your intuition is huge. So listen to it. So that's what Dr. Annette did. She listened to her intuition after 5 years of taking this medicine. And she's like, something's not right. It's not helping me. I am not feeling any better. And so she kept her eyes open, right? And she was going to a chiropractor, and she liked the things that he had to say. And she kind of bought into his philosophy. She was like, wait, this is a fit with my ideology. This is what life should be like. And so she listened to what the chiropractor had to say for the short time that he was in her life. I think she said like 1.5 years. And so she used his mentorship and her experience with being diagnosed with arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and then her experience meeting the doctor and getting off the meds made her want to help people. She wanted to help people to find natural ways to overcome their problems, right? And she said, and a lot of times it's just emotions. It's undealt with emotions that we have, and it's causing chaos in our body. Chaos might be my word, but in essence, right? That's my takeaway. Sorry if you keep hearing her ringing, like maybe I'm talking too loud and my microphone is kind of reverberating. So bear with me here. Okay, second reason why Dr. Annette is so badass. It's for the coat that she refuses to wear. Now you're probably like, what? But if you listened to the last episode, then you heard about how somebody made a rude comment to Dr. Annette. And they're like, wow, you look pretty chubby for someone that does keto. It's like, you know what? I don't know why people need to be a-holes like that. Ridiculous. But you know what? She was like, well, when people, because I asked her, how do you deal with the haters? How do you get past that or not let it bother you? And she was like, you know what? I don't have to wear that coat. I get to make my own. So what other people tell you, you don't have to own that. You don't have to put that on and wear it as if it's true. You get to make your own. And I think that's so powerful, because so often we let the mean things that people say to us hurt us. We're like, oh, it has to be true. But it's not. It's not always true. We just assume it's true. The thing is, it's from their perspective. It's from their reality. And Dr. Annette was like, it's kind of like the saying, like as a kid that you hear, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you, right? It's not letting what people say stick to us. Give it back to them. It's theirs to keep. It's not yours. And really, she said, they're protecting their own personal beliefs, or they're projecting them onto you. And so that's none of your business. Leave that be. Let it go. Just because that's their own personal belief, because they believe that they look that way, because they believe that they would feel that way, or if they're overweight, then it's a bad thing, and all of their own personal projections, putting it onto you. Maybe they had a weight issue as a kid, or maybe they still do have a weight issue, but it's projecting their own beliefs onto you. You don't need to keep that. So I'm going to repeat what Dr. Annette said. I don't have to wear that coat. I get to make my own. Where in your life are you wearing somebody else's coat? Somebody said something to you and it hurt your feelings, because usually it does hurt, right? It's hard to just let it go and to move on. But where are you holding on to what somebody else told you or somebody else said to you? You get to make your own coat. You don't have to wear somebody else's. You don't have to take on their beliefs, their persona, their ideas about the world, their ideas about you. Make your own. So I thought that was so powerful. Just like I said, we get sucked into other people's beliefs, other people's opinions, and we let it define us. We let it haunt us, right? For years and years to come, you can let something haunt you. When I was a kid, my siblings always told me what a horrible voice I had, and I let it haunt me. And I'm still very insecure about singing in front of people. But here's the funny thing. It's like, I realize it. I know it's stupid. And as a kid, I would sing with, remember Walkman? Yeah. So I'd have my headphones on, listening to my Walkman, probably Bryan Adams or the Beach Boys, and I would be belting out to the top of my lungs. Well, nobody else could hear the song that I was singing, right? All they could hear was me. So they were getting irritated with me singing on top of the music. They couldn't even hear the music because it was in my headphones, right? So that would be obnoxious. But like, I just internalized it and took it to mean, you have a bad singing voice. Don't sing in front of people. And guess what? It's not mine to own. It's somebody else's to own. Maybe they couldn't be as free as I was. And so they were judging me. Who cares? Give it back to them. Give it back. All right. Let's move on to number 3. So Dr. Annette is so badass for changing stop, drop, and roll. Now, we'll get into this. I put my own flair on it with the stop, drop, and roll, but she definitely has a stop technique, and we will get to it. So she was talking about like fretting over things or feeling anxiety over things and what to do and how to handle it or how to cope with it. And so Dr. Annette said, well, the first thing that I do is I recognize it. I recognize the behavior and how it makes me feel and that it's not healthy for me. So that's the first thing. You want to recognize it. And the second thing is to use the stop technique and ask yourself, like, why are you doing this? Why are you feeling this way? Does this matter in the moment? So often we're worried about things that are far out, that are way far away from us. It's not going to happen for 6 months. It's not going to happen for a year. So why are we, and we don't even know that it's going to happen, right? So sit in the moment. Does this matter in the moment? And then usually she said, it doesn't matter, right? And so then you change the topic, think about something else, say something else. And then, so you either do that or you know what? You feel the feelings. Just sit there and embrace it and feel the feelings. So that's huge. Like, recognize the behavior, see that it's not serving you, see how it's making you feel, then use the stop technique. Why are you doing this? And does this matter in the moment? Ask yourself those questions and then change the topic or stop dwelling on it or feel your feelings. So I changed it to stop, drop, and roll using Annette's formula. So stop the thought and then drop the thought and let it roll off your back. So stop, drop, roll. Stop the thought, drop the thought, let it roll off your back, let it go, or you can feel the feelings and then let it go. Let it roll off your back, right? So quick recap, 3 reasons why Dr. Annette Copeland is so badass is because she didn't accept the reality that was handed to her, the coat that she refused to wear, and for changing stop, drop, and roll. And you know what? On that note, if you're holding things in that you don't want to, if you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling fret, find a way to cope with it. Find a way to deal with it. And I will say, I just told you about the stop, drop, and roll. But Dr. Annette said another amazing technique on the last episode. And she talked about when you're getting ready to go to bed at night and you're feeling anxious, you're worrying about something. She gave some tips on what you could do. I think it was like 3 tips on what you could do if you're feeling anxious when you're going to bed. So go back, listen to that episode because she had some amazing tips to share. All right. Definitely reach out to Dr. Annette. Let her know the impact that her work or her words had on you. Are you going to implement anything? Have you already started to implement something? And how is that helping you? Or how's that helping you? How's it changing things for you? Let her know. All right. With that, we'll end our show. To all the badass women out there staying in the arena, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, own it and get after it.
Now that you've listened to this episode of Ordinary to Badass, we want to hear from you. Go to our website, ordinarytobadass.com/podcast, and submit your own experience on how you took your life from ordinary to badass and get the chance to be on a future Spotlight episode of the show. That's ordinarytobadass.com/podcast. While you're waiting for the next episode of the show, wipe off the sweat, dust off the dirt, and get back in the arena.